Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans. And as we've had a dramatic increase in the number of subscribers to this channel, I think it's very important that I set out clearly the objectives that this community channel has to help its subscribers. And those objectives are very clear, and they've been here from the start. And the number one objective, as you can see in the featured video in Loving Life channel, is to help people get options to migrate out of the country. And as a result of many months of work on this, with a lot of people who have been really helpful, we now have 3 great coordinators for the American region, the European region, which includes Russia, and the Asia-Pacific region. And their task, quite simply, is to put South Africans who are desperate to migrate out of the country and need to know if there's a way they can do it, in touch with someone who has got contacts and can give them free advice. The key word here is free advice. So that's the number one objective of this channel. The second objective of this channel is to alert the world as to what is going on in South Africa and Southern Africa, and that includes Zimbabwe, of course. We want the world to know what the mainstream media are covering up. So that is our second objective, and I unapologetically, when I get information that looks very credible, and 99% of the time it is, I unapologetically broadcast that information. I always do make it clear that if the source is undetermined, that it's alleged or it's apparent that. So just being informed is far better than not being aware of what is happening. That's in my objective, in my view anyway. Okay, the third objective of this channel is to, and this is thanks to Patrick and Corinne, who I've been working with for many months now. The third objective of this channel is to put unemployed, destitute whites and white families in touch with farmers so they can actually get a job, get dignity, and live in a secure environment on a farm. And obviously, if something happens at that farm, they can help that farmer by using guns and whatever to chase the thugs off. Now, there's a fourth objective that's just been suggested to me, and I'm going to run with it, because the whole thing about this channel is looking at solutions, not just talking about what's going wrong. And the fourth objective was suggested by Vanessa. And Vanessa's been a subscriber of mine, a very valued subscriber of mine for a long time. And she wrote to me by email today. She said, "Hello, Scott. Just a small issue which I believe needs to be addressed. People are running scared in South Africa, and I believe there are many con artists waiting for them. Please let them know that they should not part with their monies unless vetted by reputable people. I offer families to come to me as and when there is trouble, but they must bring their own food supplies. I can provide a roof over their heads and free water." Now, I should mention that Vanessa lives in a small holding. She's not in the city. And she says here, safety in numbers. That's a whole thing. It's like with Patrick and people working on a farm. If you got a number of whites working together on the farm, all armed, the word will get out to these gangs that go and invade farms, and they won't come near you. You know, it's almost like a self-defense unit. Vanessa goes on to say, "We can live off the small piece of land which I have, but they must be hands-on. This is only if and when trouble comes. No monies need to change hand when helping your fellow brothers and sisters." But she would, and there's only one criteria involved here, and I think this is going to be the criteria in this fourth objective that we have. The only criteria is that she insists that people can shoot a gun, and that they have a gun. Now, the email I said in response to Vanessa, and if Vanessa's too busy, I'm like, this is a shout out to anyone who has been in my channel for a long time, and I'm not going to respond to people who I don't know. I responded to Vanessa as follows. Would you be able to moderate and communicate with people who are interested in moving to a farm if and when chaos breaks out in South Africa? I see two key roles which I will help you with through the channel. The first objective in this particular area is gathering names of people who express an interest in going to a farm in an emergency. You will need to get the suburb for matching them with farms. So if someone lives, say, in Krugersdorp, there might be a couple of farmers around Krugersdorp who said, yeah, we wouldn't mind having a few people with guns coming and supporting us in the event of an emergency, and we will give them a safe place and they can come and join us, and we can defend the farm. That's number one. Number two, gathering the names and locations of farmers wanting whites to join them and help secure the farm. So I think this is a fantastic solution where a group of whites can just shoot off to a farm in an emergency and defend that farm and help the farmer. So that's the fourth objective that has just been born. It's just happening now. As I said, I've asked Vanessa if she wants to moderate this group. If she can't for a reason, please feel free to email me. And if you're happy to take on that job, and it's going to be quite a time-consuming job, believe me. You ask any one of our migration coordinators, they'll tell you it's a hugely time-consuming job. But anyway, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great day.